Good evening, ladies. I've been asked to do a tutorial. I've done some, but I tend to show my face and talk while I'm doing some things because I like to look people in the face when I'm talking to them. So I have that habit. But anyway, so today I'm going to make a tutorial. A lot of the ladies want to know how I do the curls for my divas. I do a lot of the praying divas and stuff. So I'm going to do it without showing my face. Just in case you're new and you've never done it, you will need a reform. I'm using a 14-inch because that's what I have. But I usually use 12 to 14-inch, and that's how I get the hair to be so big and so high. And the cake plate is all it is. This was a 14-inch cake plate too, but I cut it because I didn't want to use all of that. So I cut it. I used the inside of this circle and traced it and cut it. So you're going to have the reform, cake plate, tie wraps, just about 3 of them for security. I'm going to use red deco mesh. I try to use tie wraps to match. I only had a few red left. I mean, not tie wraps, but pipe cleaners, what they're called. And another name for it is fuzzy sticks. And you can get them from Walmart, Dollar Tree. You can get these reform from the Dollar Tree. My husband got those tie wraps from me because he's in a field where he can get to that. But you can buy them at the Dollar Tree as well, the small ones. For what I'm going to use it for, I'm going to use the big ones. Like I said, I'm going to do the Praying Diva. I get these from Tanisha Hinton. Her page or her company is called Craft T, as T as in Tom. So you spell the word craft, and you use the letter T, then Creations LLC, and she sells these. She has large and small. She has a lot of different stuff I like to use. And a lot of ladies paint them, but I don't like to paint mine. I like to use them as is. And this particular one is smooth on both sides, so you can face the lady either way you want her to be. So the first thing I'm going to do is I am going to glue the cake plate to the front of the lady's head. There is a little dent here. I usually use that as a marker, and I glue along here. So I got my hot glue gun. I use the big one with the big sticks, but you can use the small one. So I'm just going to put glue around the base of her head all the way around. And just paste the cake plate there and let it dry. That's how I'm going to do her. I'm going to flip it over, and then I'm going to use the reform and put it back to see where I want to. You do not want it to show in front of her head, so I put it up high. That's another way I get the hair to be so big. A lot of people want to know how I get the hair so big. So I don't want it to show up under here or anything like that. So I put it up high. Hopefully y'all can see that. I'll show you the back of it when I finish. So I lay it down. Sorry about that. I lay it down, and then I glue along the metal part of it to her head. I just put glue all along the bar. I'm going to do 2 bars. That's just how I like to do it. You could do one if you want to, because you're going to secure it again with tie wraps. But I'd like to be extra careful. I just put a fresh glue stick. I bought me another glue gun too, because I don't know if I wore this one out, because I often forget and leave it on. But I did buy me a new one. I just didn't open it. So anyway, I got 2 bars here, and I'm just going along putting glue there. Probably needs to warm up just a little bit more. Because this new stick, because the other one just came right on out. It was melted and it just squeezed right on out of that. But this new one that I put in probably needs to melt. So anyway, I'm putting glue on 2 rows and let it sit there and dry. While I do that, you can take anything, but I have this. It's just a file, and I'm gonna punch some holes so I can secure with the tie wraps, 1 on each side of the metal rack. I'm gonna do it on the left side and the right side. And then I'm going to do one at the very top. That's why I wanted to use the big tie wrap, especially for the top one. The other one's not so bad. So I'm taking 3 of these. I'm going to stick it through the hole. 1 hole and pull it up through the other hole. That was not dry enough because it came up. And then put it in and pull it and secure it. You will hear it's called a zip tie. It makes the zip noise. If you don't hear that zip noise, you put it in the wrong way. You need to flip it. You need to feel the rough side. The rough side, it's got ruffles. It's a smooth side and a rough side. Pull it through the hole. Pull it there and slide it in and pull it through. And then once you get it as tight as you want it, you can cut it with some wire cutters or some scissors will do with this. So I got 1 done. And this is 2. Pull it. I don't know if y'all can hear that zip noise. I got my headphones in my ear because I'm using my cell phone. Cut it. And then I'm doing 1 more at the top. At the top, I just put 1 hole. And I'm going to pull it through in here, the top of this rack. I don't know if that's going to work. Well, it's not long enough, so what I'll do is I'll take 1 of these pipe cleaners and put through there and attach it because they are longer. And a matter of fact, I cut these in half when I get ready to use them for my attaching the curls. See, the glue is right across there, down there, and here. Like I said, my glue gun had got cold, so it looks a little messy. But you put your glue there, and then you secure it with, there is There's the pipe cleaner securing and the tie wraps here securing. Just secure it so it won't come off. And if y'all excuse me for a minute, I think I'm going to get that other glue gun, that new glue gun, and open it and see. I do have my ceiling fan on because I tend to sweat, so I don't know. But it's up top and my glue gun is at the bottom. I wouldn't think it would have anything to do with it, but I'm going to pull out the new